whatever.
Speaking of dirty gamers,
Yeah.
one thing that always drives me nuts is when you're playing a video game with your homie. You know, maybe you're at their house or they're at your house and they bring over their controller and they hand you a controller and it's fucking disgusting. Every time I go to play video games with a controller, I wash my hands.
Who do I
Every
know?
single time.
That's a good idea.
Homies who don't have clean hands or keep their controllers in a clean environment,
Wash your damn hands.
disgusting.
Wash your hands.
I remember cause I used to paint controllers. I got a GameCube controller when I was really into Smash for the Wii U, and I custom painted it and everything. I remember picking up a used GameCube controller and I'm like, man, I'm really excited to paint this. Started taking it apart. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but a GameCube controller has a like outline all the way around the case of the controller.
Yeah.
There's so much sweat that builds up there. It's disgusting. And it solidifies into this greenish, brown, disgusting shit.
I need to clean my GameCube controllers.
So every time I mod or clean up a GameCube controller or whatever, I'm cleaning out all hardened sweat that's just been there for a long ass time.
That's like the belly button cheese.
It's the worst.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
sometimes, you know, there's a certain someone in our friend group who baited me into playing PUBG with him. Fucking asshole.
Again,
Same guy.
he knows who he is.
He does know who he is. Every time he gets a new GameCube controller, the yellow C-stick turns green.
Ooh. Green?
Yeah.
No, it's disgusting.
I've never
Turns
even heard of
green
that.
every time.
That means blue has to get mixed in. Where's the blue coming from?
No idea.
Oh no.
That's insane.
But I've seen it quite a few times. It's not like a little light baby green. It's like a dark shit green. It's disgusting. Which means there is so much sweat and bacteria that is going onto that C-stick. It is putrid. It is awful.
Falco players.
And I am a sweaty tryhard when it comes to games. But I'm not some shithead, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
You all know the meme. Can't do it dirty. Gotta do it clean. Everyone knows that. And I believe that.
Yeah. Doing it clean.
Plus, wash your damn hands.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Even if you can't be fucked to wash your hands, bring a pack of baby wipes with you and wipe down your controller.
Yeah. Dude,
If it's really that hard.
I hope that becomes standard at video, especially after, you know, this whole thing that's happening. I hope that, like, stuff like that becomes the norm rather than the forced norm. So it's like, yeah, it's a Smash tournament. You have to wear deodorant. And people are like, this is bogus, man. Oh. It's like, no, it shouldn't be bogus. It should be like a normal
You should be
thing.
doing that already.
Yeah.
You just reminded me of, I think it was an anime expo or something. And a bunch of people were staying at a hotel for the event, or there was some hotel that was sponsoring the event or something.
Yeah.
Because they were like interlaced somehow, right? And all of the hotel doors where the anime fans were staying was like, they had an anime girl on them. And they say, remember, taking a shower is epic, so please take a shower. That is so embarrassing and repulsive.
Conventions. I'd like to go to a few conventions. I've never been to one. I would one day like to go to Comic-Con still, just because it's like, it's an event. I don't even really want to see anything specific there. It's like, I think it'd just be kind of cool. But there's so many convention horror stories. I don't want to go to VidCon unless I am the person who's being invited there.
Yeah.
As a creator, I wouldn't want to go. I just think celebrityism is just kind of gross.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you heard the horror stories about all the furry conventions, Internet Historian has done some pretty in-depth.
Yeah, no, those are some of the worst stories I've ever heard in my life. Like, Furfest had this particular disgusting thing with it, where people were walking around with fully loaded diapers.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mind you, these aren't kids. These are full-grown adults in their late
turned
20s,
like
early 30s.
A fetish convention.
They were throwing used diapers on people's cars.
Yeah.
They were destroying property. They would, like, shove the pool pumps filled with company towels so it would blow the pool pump up
Yeah.
and not be able to be used.
I might kill
Yeah, like
someone
straight up
if I
vandalism.
found a dirty diaper
People
from a grown
were-
adult on my
Yeah,
car.
people were overdosing in drugs. People were leaving used spent CO2 canisters all around the place doing whippets.
Wow.
People were just being complete fucking degenerates. And I know not everyone's like that. Like it's you know, the
Bad-
smallest
bad people
minority
that-
is always the loudest.
Yeah.
It only takes one. It could literally take one person to ruin
Yeah.
a convention like that, especially
Yeah.
with how small it was at the
Like-
beginning.
Take bronies and furries for example. Some of the most mocked groups on the internet.
Yeah.
Now, I get that 95% of the communities of both of those are just normal people who like,
My
dressing
cousins
up
were
every
bronies,
once in a
but they're-
while, or they like watching a TV show. That's fine. Who
Yeah.
cares? But it's when you start doing really weird shit where you walk around with full diapers in your fursuits, bring up clopping with people who have just met you, being like, "Yo,
You clop?
do you like clop, dude?"
Wait, what's
feeling that-
clop?
Think furry, and think, what could clop mean?
Oh.
And that's about.
What does it
that's
sound
about
like?
it.
Do you like what do you envision when you think of clop?
Never
Yeah, see,
mind.
you can see it on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
face
yeah.
right now.
Never mind.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot. If you
No.
know about furries, it doesn't take a whole lot to
But like
to realize their turn.
I was saying, I get that 95% of those people are completely normal and just like certain mediums. That's okay. But the smallest minority is usually the most vocal and the loudest and most viewed minority of the entire group.
yeah.
And when your minority is filling their diapers with adult piss and shit and walking around leaving it on people's cars, mind you, there are other people who are there who are not part of that convention. So when you're leaving it on some 65-year-old Gertrude's
Oh,
car,
man. Poor Gertrude.
you look like a complete fucking degenerate in every
Yeah.
sense. And it makes everybody else there too look like complete degenerates. Even if they're not participating in that, they could just be chilling in their rooms watching TV. By them simply having those suits and by you deciding to throw your loaded diaper on someone's vehicle,
Yeah.
they now think that everybody there is responsible for that.
Yeah.
The Smash community, well, right now it's under a lot of fire because a
Oh yeah,
ton of people are getting outed as pedophiles
and rapists
and rapists and sexual abusers
and racists.
and
Gamers.
I think that's,
and
I think
just
the
gamers.
racist part is funny. I think Esam being a bald piece of shit and being racist is the funniest thing to come out in the Smash Brothers competitive.
It's like seeing an
history.
ugly white supremacist. It's like this is what you view as
Yeah,
the supreme race is
So
you.
This is the lowest of low here.
Yeah,
Mm.
but
I'm the supreme race while I walk around with my bare belly and my bald head,
but
missing 5 teeth.
before this whole thing, like everybody got outed, it was just the Smash community was seen as like a bunch of angry, sweaty, kind of smelling bad nerds, which in hindsight isn't nearly as bad as like the furries or the bronies aren't even bronies are seen as pretty bad. But because then it starts getting into like dom bronies, and that's when it gets weird. Like you've got a leash on them and
Yeah,
forcing
well,
them.
let's not go into that.
I don't want to get into that, but yeah, my cousins were bronies, and they're just kind of nerdy, but whatever.
Yeah.
Regular people.
Regular people.
there's one more thing
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about when it comes to conventions. So from what I've heard is cosplayers probably have the worst time at conventions ever,
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially the hot ones,
Mm-hmm.
because all the disgusting, sweaty men want to take pictures with them.
How do they gain the confidence to do that?
Apparently, well, what do you mean gain the confidence to do that? They're hot as fuck.
No. The
Oh, you
not
mean
the
the
hot
fat people
but
that
When
the
you're
ugly-
when you're in a
hot people?
costume, I feel like you're a little immortalized. Like,
No, he's saying how do the fat people get the confidence to walk up to
Yeah.
the really hot woman?
well, are the fat people also in cosplay?
No.
Not all.
no,
of
no.
them.
These are
Okay.
They
usually
usually aren't.
like we're
Okay.
talking like the shit smeared troglodytes who never leave their basement, decide to go
Right.
up and take these
The
pictures with people.
the grody part of the conventions.
Yeah.
Like these
Yeah.
people, they approach the cosplayer, they want to take a picture, and apparently the worst part is when they lift their arm
Oh.
around the cosplayer for the photo, and they have mad armpit stank.
Just the aroma just
They get
wafts to them.
Apparently, that is the worst
The
part.
aroma turkey sandwich.
I've seen like horror stories online of cosplayers, like attractive female cosplayers who will go around and their cosplay of what they're doing, their character is wearing something a little more, I don't want to say skimpy per se, but
Risque.
risque. Thank you.
Yeah.
And they'll have these,
Or skin tight.
they'll have these neckbeards come up and they'll like put their arm around them and then they'll try to like snake their hands down near their boobs or near,
Oh,
near
yeah.
their
Yeah.
stomachs, or like try to put their hands near their asses or hips, just because they're like, ooh, hot game character, I want to touch. And
Usually what
it's
it's
horrible.
the vocal minority, where usually it's like arm around the shoulder, not even touching the shoulder, the infamous hover hand.
Mhm.
Where it's like you get the hand literally like a centimeter and it's totally obvious that you're not actually touching them.
Yeah.
But like again, there's the vocal minority that's like, I'm just gonna get a handful.
Molest.
I feel like
molest.
it should be a written
up.
down rule at any convention where there's cosplay that if you're going to take a picture, you have to be clean, you have to shower and wear deodorant, and 2, if you're going to put your arm around the person, the hand goes no farther than the collarbone.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't think the convention should really dictate that because it's up to the cosplayer whether
Yeah.
or not they want to take photos. I
It's-
just think the cosplayers need to
Well, no, like
either
of course it's up
charge
to the cosplayer.
extra for that stank shit or just
Charge, yeah.
outright refuse, like, I'm not going to take a picture with you, you fucking reek.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying the cosplayer is forced to take a picture, but I'm saying it should be a written rule for any convention attender that if you are going to ask for a picture with a cosplayer and if they accept, you have to be showering.
I don't think that's...
They're forcing people to shower before
Very
coming to
reasonable.
Smash tournaments now. Again, this is the main thing that
I agree that they should be forced to shower, but I
they're
don't
already going to
think-
get sweaty. I would get sweaty.
They
playing
should,
Smash when I was at my
They should
make
be
quote unquote
hosed down at the convention.
Well,
with the
I'm
fire
being
hose.
hyperbolic, but you get the idea.
Right, I guess.
Yeah. I think generally definitely it's a rule that it's up to the cosplayer what if they ever feel uncomfortable they can call it, and if they if the person taking the picture with them crosses that line, then they can get kicked out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the
definitely
best
agree to
rule of
that.
thumb, is kind of the best way to go about that. But
Just the showering is the worst part for me.
yeah,
Please, it's not that hard to run some hot water over yourself and
It's
put on a
not.
stick of deodorant. Please.
no. It doesn't
Please
take that
just
much
be
energy. It feels actually pretty
decent
nice.
human being.
I look forward to taking a shower in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, when I get in the shower, I don't want to get out. It's like, why
Yeah.
so opposed to doing it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it's sad. It's sad and it's gross that people
It's really
don't shower.
gross.
It's the grime.
And I started off talking about this, how I kind of wanted to go to conventions, but
I mean, so do I.
Yeah.
I still want to go to an anime convention.
dude, I'd love to go to E3. I don't even really care much about video games anymore, but
I think E3's kind of dying.
yeah, that's true. They're moving mostly to online. South by Southwest still looks cool. PAX.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't heard about PAX in a while. I don't know what's up with PAX.
Like, fuck, my uncle, he does, funnily enough, he does Star Wars Mandalorian cosplay shit. He makes all of his own costumes,
oh, that's pretty sick.
but they're all incredibly high quality, and he's with this group who, they go around as, like, these Mandalorian Neo Crusader warriors, and they do, like, charity events and shit like that for, kids who are sick and dying and want to see
That's really
people
cool.
do something like
Right.
that. And he does shit like that, whenever he gets the chance to. And I think doing something like that would be sick. But also at the same time, I also just want to go to a convention just to fuck around and see what's there.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily care about anything at a convention. Like,
yeah.
that's the only type of convention where I do anything of cosplay of the type.
Right now,
Otherwise,
it's
I
kind
just
of
bum
ruled
around.
by Marvel and DC sort of stuff. It's been ruled by
Yeah.
that for a while,
Mm.
which I don't really care enough about to really go out of my way. But
Mhm.
if it was like, I had the funds, I had the time, I'd be like, yeah, I think